think we need a Valentine system.
Hey there, it's Carrie at Ink Kill Revival, and we're almost to the very lovely month of February, so I wanted to share a crafty Valentine tradition that my family has loved doing for years. Our fireplace starts looking festive again on February 1st, but we have heart mailboxes hanging now instead of stockings. And we've also got this little Valentine making kit right on the hearth. It's addictively cute. No one can resist making some. Well, okay, maybe my husband can resist, but all in all, it's just a super fun way to spread some love around and spend a little time making every single day. Let me show you how I put together my kit this year, and hopefully you get inspired to gather up some of your supplies and put together a kit of your own. I thumbed through my stamp sets and pulled out these sets. I thought they'd all work pretty well, even though most of them aren't even classically Valentine. Really, you could make any image work. You just need to pull out an alpha stamp set and put together some of your own puns. If you're not feeling very funny, Google can help, guaranteed. One time I made a set of cards just in a big rush and straight up Googled all my puns. My husband saw them later and was like, "You're so good with words, very witty." Nah, I told him. I can't keep anything in. I'm using my Misty here so I can just power through stamping a bunch of sheets of these images pretty quick. Now some I'm stamping on white cardstock, so we've got a group that can be colored. And the other half I'm stamping on craft cardstock with Versamark ink. And that's because I'm heat embossing this craft cardstock with some white embossing powder. Now it would also be fun to do some embossing on colored paper too. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you're enjoying it, and consider subscribing. I love making videos that help you get creative with the supplies you already have. A few of my images conveniently had coordinating dies, but most of them I just fussy cut out. Now, I did have to tell myself, these are just for little Valentines, don't be a perfectionist. And because they're just for these little Valentines, I'm also using just some cheapy paper for all of this. I've cut that paper down to 3.5-inch square pieces for the note bases. I also cut some sentiment strips of equal length, some thick and some thin, and just doing a variety of sentiments that coordinate with those images. And man, you have got to love paper like this. I love color. That's what got me into card making. Just mixing colors on such a small, easy scale, right? There's no harm in ruining a piece of paper. Tell me down in the comments though, what do you love about card making? Now that everything's made, let me show you how I keep it all organized and actually usable. So I love this little 3-compartment basket. I picked it up at a dollar type store last year, and it's been super handy for this. To keep the stamped pieces somewhat orderly, I'm just using these plastic sleeves that I store my dies in. So I've cut the tops off of them, and that'll create some easy access. And each of the different colors or images versus sentiments are in their own container now. Load in some pens and markers. A jar of embellishments. This is just a leftover sprinkle jar. It's perfect, right? And glue. Some colored paper. Punches. It's pretty impossible to resist making with this, so I'm just going to put together a couple right here, right now. So glad you hung out with me today. I hope you have a ton of ideas now to pull together a kit of your own with your supplies. Do give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and if you're not already, subscribe. Hang out every Monday.